Hello everyone, and welcome to another Fusion Super Collider. We're glad you're joining us today, and we are going to make this one a quick one, but hopefully an effective one for your Bible study this week. If you are following along in our Bible reading plan, here is the list of the next several days so that you can keep on track with that Bible reading plan. Now let's look to our passage for the day. We're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 16. Now I'm not going to read the entire chapter, but I wanted to show you a couple of verses that really spoke to my heart. If you're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 16, the full chapter, you'll see that Paul is sharing requests and talking to his friends about his travel plans and some really, average, everyday kind of things. How are your friends doing? How are my friends doing? I can't wait to see you. This is what happens when I travel. He's being just a normal, everyday guy. But as he goes through this whole process, he makes sure to stop in verses 13 and 14 to share a very important truth, even in the average discussion that he seems to be having. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 13 and 14, it says this: "Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Do everything in love." Now, when we see these kind of instructions, it seems a little bit out of place when you're talking about an average kind of inquisition. He's just explaining his travel plans and talking about his friends and helping them understand the best ways to give to other churches. And then all of a sudden he stops to remind them why they're doing this and how they should be doing these average, everyday things. So first we see, be on your guard. He's telling them to be careful, be thoughtful, stand firm in the faith. That means to really just focus on what God would have you do and have faith. Be genuinely connected to what God would have you do. Be courageous is just a challenge almost to say, don't have a fear that would derail your faith, and don't have a fear that would stop you from doing what's right. And then to have strength to do that, he also says, be strong. He doesn't want anyone losing their course and doing things that they ought not to do, but he's encouraging them to have a great and strong and profound faith. It's a very active faith. But here's verse 14, and verse 14 is my favorite part. It says, do everything in love. Now this word for love is agape. It's a very important Greek word. It doesn't just mean love like you have a crush on someone, or love like a boyfriend or girlfriend kind of thing. This word love as agape means to have great and active charity. It's a giving love. It's not the kind of love that says, I'm going to take you out on a date or give you flowers. But it's the kind of love that means that you're giving of your whole self, your heart, mind, soul, and strength to this task. And the task he's giving them is to stand firm in their faith. And so Paul's ultimately telling all of his friends that he's writing to here in 1 Corinthians that they're supposed to have an active, giving love and to not buckle when pressure comes. And so I think that's an incredible thing that Paul encourages them to do when really it's just an average, ordinary little check-in. How's everyone doing? How are my friends? I'll be traveling soon. But then he says, don't buckle under pressure. Don't quit. Don't give up. Be strong and have a giving kind of love that builds the kingdom, that builds others up, that loves God and loves neighbor. So this little nugget of joy is pretty spectacular when you really think about it. So I hope you didn't miss this in the reading this week. Hope you have an awesome one. That's it for Super Collider today, and we'll see you for Fusion this weekend. See you later.